Okay. Hello, everyone. Hello. Can you hear me? Can you see me? Can you hear me? Can you see me? Welcome to Lewis Schaffer Uncooked. It's Saturday. I'm all right. I'm not doing that bad today. I'm doing all right today. I'm feeling a bit bad because it's the world. It's the world. I've been told that a friend of mine told me that one of her friends has a has a cabinet full of antidepressant medication, which he's been prescribed. And she told me what he said to get to be listed as being depressed. And she said that he had said to her, this is her thing, this is not from him, but that he said he couldn't get any sleep. And because he was spending all day, every day, worried about the world. And I thought, well, that's Lewis Schaffer. That's Lewis Schaffer. Anyway, well, thank you very much. We could talk about that in a bit. That's what I'm feeling. I'm feeling really, and we could talk about this Iran situation, which is a total mess. So Scott says, I can see you and I can hear you. And I'm here in the studio, with let's just see, make sure that that comes out all right. That comes out all right. Which I'm changing. I've changed this a bit. I've changed it a bit. Can you see me? Can you hear me? Well, anyway, so let me say hello to all of you people. Girl from Mars. Oh my God, she feels she had a hangover from last night, tonight. Yeah. I mean, no, people can have hangovers in the afternoon or the night because they've been drinking in the morning. But generally speaking, people drink at night. So I'm just assuming you drank at night. Anyway, girl from Mars, I give you a great big hug. Claire is here. Andy is here. Scott is here. Claire without an eye is here. Isn't without an eye is here. And Lorna, welcome back. 3030, lovely Lorna is here. I know. And we're going to talk about the Iran situation because I happen to be an expert in the Iran situation, even though, of course, I'm not an expert. Here he is, the hottest guy in the internet, Lewis Schaffer. I am. Look at how great I look. Do I look good? I'm wearing a black shirt. I think this is the best outfit for me. Do you think it's the best outfit? Let's take a vote on whether this is the best outfit. Anyway, so what happened is Donald Trump. I thought Donald Trump was backing out on attacking Iran. And he wants to be unpredictable. And so he flew to Texas. He left the White House. You'd think, well, if he's going to be the president, he should be in the White House. But he flew to Texas, and then he told the boys, our boys, my boys, our boys, anybody who hates the Islamicists in Iran, hey, attack those guys. Vatanai is here. Am I being called? Are you calling me sugar, Vatanai? That's sweet. I don't know whether that's true or not, but Vatanai is here. And he attacked. I don't know what his plans are. Is there going to be an invasion, or are we just dropping bombs? That's one thing America likes to do. It likes to drop. Doesn't it not? Does it not like to do that, producer? Just drop bombs on people. That's what we like to do. We've got B-52s, we got B-1 bombers, whatever we've got, and we've got F-35s and I don't know if we have any. Do we own any F-14s? I don't think we do anymore, or F-15s, or I don't know what is the latest one? F-35 fighters. We've got one. Warthogs. We got the bombs. That's what we do. So every time there's a problem, we drop. I'm against it, but I'm not against. I mean, they took away all the guns from the Iranians, so they can't rebel. They can't rebel. So what are they need help from a friend, and we are their friend. There are no F-14s left in existence, Lewis, except ironically in Iran. Yeah, we left them over. I don't know. That's why I was thinking F-14s. Yeah, there's no F-14s. Oh yes, a black shirt suits you well, Lewis. I think it does. It makes me look thinner. I think I look good this way. Do I not? I can't see myself on the screen right here. Can you see? There's a screen. So I'm looking here. Can you see that? Me pointing my finger. Okay. So Yeah, everybody's waving at Claire, waving at both Claires, Claire with an eye, Claire without an eye. I was asked today why shouldn't Iran have nuclear weapons? Claire Ward, and we've got three beautiful Claires. Claires love Lewis Schaffer. Why shouldn't they have nuclear weapons? Because they're evil, they're our enemy, and they hate us. And when a country has nuclear weapons, it's hard to get rid of them. Get him to shut up. Like look at North Korea, they've got nuclear weapons. And those people are enslaved. Would you want to be living in North Korea? Thank you, Claire, without an eye. She says, I'm very handsome. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you for saying that I'm handsome. I moved the camera a little bit over here. I hope it doesn't collapse, the camera. I want the tripod, which I found in the street. I found the tripod in the street. Yeah, that's why. Why stop at one? Hi, Sugar. My rhyming slang is Sugar Wafer, Lewis Schaffer. Okay, maybe that's not a bad name for me, Sugar Wafer. Sugar Wafer. That could be something I could grow into and grow with and become famous, being known as the Sugar Wafer. Thank you. Thank you, Vatanai. Thank you, Vatanai. Remember, you said that first, and so you say, who thought? I'm going to forget who thought about it because I don't care about other people. Basically, I don't. Do I care about other people, producer?
Huh?
Do I care about other people?
No, not really.
No, not really. My own son thinks I don't care about other people. I care too much about other people. Thank you, Claire, with an eye. Claire Warren says, I answered that same question. What's the same question? Why stop at one, Claire, when you can have three? Yeah, I mean, why not? I mean, that way, if we're all in bed and I start screaming Claire, Claire, or I'm on top of you, we're making love, and I'm screaming Claire, Claire, you won't be offended by that. You'll think, oh, he's talking about me. Or Lewis Schaffer brains, says John Van Dam. So it should be shortened to Sugar. You can call me Sugar. This is Sugar Schaffer. Sugar Schaffer Wafer. Sugar Schaffer. Or Lewis Schaffer brains. The brains. I'd like to be that way. Anyway, so I don't know what can I ask you a question, producer? What is America doing there? Do you know? Can't figure it out. Are they just bombing stuff? Producer? Do you know? He's busy doing something. Are you busy? Nod your head. Columbus, producer. What is America doing
Listen,
there?
I'm fucking...
Watch your language. What are you doing there?
Leave me alone.
What are they doing there?
Why are you asking me? Make your own...
Because you're knowledgeable, and I don't know.
I don't know anything.
And I'm supposed to be knowledgeable. It's like people ask me questions
maybe you should spend some time actually thinking about it.
I don't want to. I want to do as little work as possible. I'm doing this for an hour and a half. You know how it makes my brain explode.
Then don't do it if you can't handle it.
I can handle. I can handle this. This is all I'm doing.
You're good then. You're fine now.
You've been called the producer and the war correspondent, and he is. He pays attention to this. He cares about this. He's in that way. He's very similar to me. This son is. He's very involved in the world. He reads the New York Times. He reads the London Times. And we all should. The other one doesn't. But the other one is really good looking like me. So that's like, you can't have it all. Thank you, Claire. Thank you, Claire. So I'm going to be. So thank you, Vatno. I'm going to be called Sugar. Sugar. You are my candy girl, and you got me loving you. I actually had some marshmallows today. That was wrong, and I'd like to discuss that too. I mean, yesterday I weighed 59.9, and I should have built on it, but I didn't. I went out today and I had some marshmallows. I had a baked potato. I had fried chicken fingers. And I had barbecue sauce. I had bacon now. My rabbi is mad at me. You know what? If your rabbi is mad at you for having bacon, he doesn't understand the problems that Jews are in. You know, I mean that's the essence here. So you know what I'll do? I'll go look at the Daily Mail. I read the Daily Mail because it's free. Because it's free. Let's read the Daily Mail here. This is the news U.S. Let's see what's going on. Iran sets Middle East ablaze. Dubai's famous Palm Jumeirah hit by missile as Islamic regime bombards U.S. bases as revenge for Trump strikes. Why are they bombing Dubai? What does Dubai have to do with what America's doing? Any idea? Do you guys have an idea? Why are they bombing Dubai? Come on, Vatnai, you know this, Warmelian. You know this. Men know this stuff. You know why? Why? It's called Operation Epic Fury. How Trump tricked Iranians as he unleashed. This is how he went to Texas. He went to Texas, and supposedly the Ayatollah is dead. That's so sad. Tucker Carlson torches Trump's disgusting and evil attack on Iran as MAGA base fractures. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's Donald Trump. I mean, he's really turned against the Jews and Israel. But a lot of people are against the Jews and Israel. Canada offers full-throated support for Trump's attack on Iran. That's interesting news because that could have gone the other way. Anybody have an opinion on this? Anybody have an opinion? This seems like a poor tactical move by Iran, but I suppose Iran wants to remove all U.S. influence in the Middle East and isolate Israel. Why? By attacking Dubai and thinking if people aren't nice to Iran and they support America, that they won't be safe in Dubai. Is that what you're saying, Warmelian? Yes. Let me just go back a step. I really envy people who have an appetite. Well, I wish I had half the appetite that I have. You know, you want to have an appetite, eat sugary foods. Girl from Oz, I understand that. I won't eat anything more until tomorrow morning now. Yeah, well, you both, Claire and Girl from Mars, are tactical eaters. You know, so this is interesting, really. Claire Warren says, I'm surprised by Keir Starmer's response. I mean, his response is very mixed, isn't it? Is it mixed? Is it mixed? Let's see what his response is. Let's see what Keir Starmer says. Urges against further escalation. What a fag. Starmer urges against further escalation after the UK did not take part in UK airstrikes on Iran. How can it? It's now an Islamic country. This country isn't the country anymore. It's an Islamic. It's in the Ummah. Or is it Ummah? Ummah Keir Starmer has urged against further escalation in the Middle East after the United Kingdom did not participate in U.S.-Israeli strikes on Iran. The Prime Minister said, first of all, Britain has no defense practically. So, you can't ask it to do anything. The Prime Minister said that British planes are in the sky to protect our people. How can be British planes in the sky to protecting? Hit out at war's abhorrent regime. He hit out at Iran's abhorrent regime, saying they must never be allowed to attain a nuclear weapon. Well, what are you doing to stop them from that happening? Iran has since launched indiscriminate strikes across the region, and communities across our country will be deeply concerned about what it means for security and stability. What about communities across our country? There's only one community, which is the British English Anglo-Saxon community. But he's worried about Arabs and Muslims. The United Kingdom played no role in these strikes, but we have long been clear the regime in Iran is utterly abhorrent. Well, you've done not enough for it. And they've done bad things to this country, have they not? I think they've done bad things in this country. He's a busted gay flush, says Andy. Starmer is not in the mix. He's not in the mix. I see you is here. Starmer does not reflect the views of true British people. He doesn't. He wants the true British people replaced by immigrants who are not even given, they should be kicked out of the country, including me. Lewis, you are so right. This is Claire without an eye. I mean, is he in the game or not? Rupert is our true leader, says Andy. He might be. I think he might be. He might be our true leader. He's like, I don't know whether he's imitating Trump, but he's the closest to Trump that we have. Rupert Lowe. I mean, I need to pay more attention to all of this because I have not been paying close attention to it. I wish I was paying. Is the screen bright enough here? Don't know if it's bright enough. You know what I'm going to do? Maybe if I move this over here. What do you think about that?
You're not.
Just like that.
Why do you even have to have that on? You didn't have it on for so long, and now you
What light?
go back to blinding me.
Is that blinding you? That is blinding you.
Bright light.
Well, maybe I put a little bit of aluminum foil on it.
How's that going to help?
It'll direct it this way. Russia are busy and China are too smart. What, too smart to fight us? Yeah. That Ping fellow is looking at Taiwan's A. Starmer, this is Claire says without an eye, Starmer is certainly battling for a team, but it's not England. He doesn't realize he's on the losing team himself. There are three teams: globalists, nationalists, and then Islamists. And Islamists are not are not Britain's team. And when we wake up and you realize that, and you stop picking on the Jews, okay, it's going to escalate quick, in my opinion. This is what ICU says. Do you think, what do you guys think? Do you think it's going to escalate? Because I can't tell. You can never tell with these things. At some point, you think to yourself, why did he do that? I remember when Ronald Reagan attacked Libya, and I thought, holy cow, this is going to get ugly. And it didn't. But I mean, it did get ugly because we shouldn't have attacked Libya. That was one of those neocon bull things. Lewis, you're one immigrant I personally want to keep in the UK. Thank you. And a heart thing. Thank you, Claire, with the eye. Thank you, Claire, with the eye. Let's hope it kicks off big time. Yes, Russia and China have called a UN Security Council meeting. I think it's 9 p.m. our time tonight. Well, you know what the United States thinks about the UN. What does the United States think about the UN? It doesn't think much about the UN. We have three Claires. We got Claire Warren, Claire without an eye, and Claire with an eye. I mean, maybe I'll have to find out a better way of saying this. Lisa is one of my most favorite names. Who is Lisa? Who is Lisa? My friend was called Lisa, and now she's mad at me, maybe because I don't support I supported Donald Trump. And she thought I was going to do horrible things. I'm a proud nationalist. I'm a proud nationalist too. I'm not even English. I'm a proud nationalist. Effing with my head now. Nothing we say or do will change the world. Helicopters filling the skies in Southampton. Is there a military base there, girl from Mars, that has that? Diddly squat is what the U.S. thinks of the UN. Yeah, and I don't think much of it either. It takes a while. I was raised with the UN. We believed with the UN. Remember, the Rockefellers paid for the UN to be in New York there. They bought the land for the UN there, I think. I'm pretty much sure about that. Yeah, that's what Claire without an eye says. They don't think much of the UN because they're globalists. They're globalists. The UN and the World Health Organization and WEF, they're all globalist organizations. It's ridiculous. I woke up today. I was 76.6 kilograms. So I gained basically a pound, a British pound. I don't know what an imperial pound is. Maybe I need a bit more light here. I'm sorry about this. I'll put this over here. How about like that? Is that better?
Man, I'm gonna get trouble.
What are you gonna get? What are you gonna get, producer? What a glorious day. Yes, it is. Andrew Rubin is here. It's a really good day. It's a good day. I see you. Carbs. You're talking to me. I see you. Yeah, I had carbs today. I had marshmallows, and then I came home and I had about 3 oranges, tangerines. So that's about 150 maybe, grams of weight. The 12 tribes. Yeah. It's one of those days. I mean, the problem is, I guess you people are as worried as I'm worried about. Well, how do I wind you up? I see you. How do I wind you up? I guess I do. I wind people up. Claire Warren says pizza today. You have to live. Yeah, I had pizza yesterday. But you know what you should do? Take the topping and move the topping in the middle and cut off an inch around the edges. And you'll basically reduce the amount of carbs. We've got to preserve and protect our carbs. And Andy had an apple, which is 50 kilograms, a slice of bread. Yeah, I mean the bread. I didn't have any bread today, but I had a baked potato. And on the baked potato, because I was in Weatherspoons, I put some Lure-Pak on it, and Lure-Pak is toxic seed oils. So it's not good. It's not good. We've got to be strong, Andy. We got to be strong. I see you. Eat your crusts. I'd like somebody to come here and eat my crusts. Yeah, crusts are good, but I mean, you don't need it. You don't need it. The idea of buying for food and not eating it, cutting off the crust, is kind of alien to me. It's alien to me, too. I am a foodaholic. I will eat anything. Marshmallow. Is that how it's pronounced? Marshmallows. Just trying to get an idea. This doesn't have natural vanilla, coconut marshmallow. What is that? What was that called? What were those things called that I gave you to have?
Marshmallows.
Are they called marshmallows?
Those are marshmallows.
Just like that? Are they?
No, not really. No, they're like sweet flakes.
Marshmallow's the one with the kind of the cookie on the bottom and the.
No, those are s'mores.
That's not s'mores. The one that coated in sugar, like tonics.
No.
What are those called?
I don't know.
I can't remember anything. I'm losing my mind. I'm just driving you crazy. I make my own butter. Not that it is any better, but you make it. I've made butter here. Haven't I made butter on this show? Do you remember when I did that? Do you remember when I made the butter right in front of these people? I took heavy cream. Cow's milk is full of hormones. I'm not 100% sure. Probably it is because it's made for cows. Tea cakes, yes. Well, what are the marshmallows they're basically, what is a marshmallow? It's like basically a Haribo that's soft and fluffy. What, the white and the strawberry?
I know what you were talking about with the biscuit, the chocolate coated one.
Yes, like tea cakes.
That's not a marshmallow.
Oh, we would call them a mallow Mars, but in America. But what would you call tea cakes? You mean tea cakes? But it wasn't tea cakes, and they were just fluffy, and it's just sugar. It's sugar. Lewis makes his own cheese. Well, I make my own cheese between my bowls. I call it from under cheese. Marshmallows hardly have any calories. Is that right? Well, I went and bought some today. Let's see how many I made. I had 100 grams. I had too many. Oh, I'm pressing the wrong button here. But and they're not even that good. It was about 300, and then I had oranges, or as I would call them, tangerines. Let's say 150 of them. I mean, I'm a bad boy. I apologize. Munchmallows. No, not munchmallows. They're called. I threw the thing out, so I don't even have the package. I'm gonna have to look for it. Let me 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 look for this. Let's see. Oh, there it is. Haribo. I had this. This is what I had. This is what I had. Can you see this, everybody? This is what I had. That's what I had. I had 3/4 of the pack. I gave the producer some. Lewis, what will you do on your 50th birthday? I'm not getting any younger. That was 18 years ago. How scary is that to be 18 years? It's Claire's birthday coming up on Monday. So happy birthday to Monday. And tomorrow Monday I'm working. So Monday. More million. You should market your special brand of cheese, Lewis. Take it or Dragon's Den. You could get big like Levi Roots reggae sauce. Yeah. What with my Fromunda cheese? Fromunda cheese. It's the brand. It's Haribo. I'm going to see. Oh my God. I've eaten too much today already. I can't, I'm not like Haribo Charmeleons. Let's see what it says. Haribo Charmallows. Are you familiar with this thing? What's going on here? What's going on here? I went on a shoot on Dartmoor, Andy says, on your 50th birthday. And I see you flew to Sardinia on your 50th birthday. Wow, Sardinia sounds so cool to me. So cool to me. Well, you know what? I can't find it here. There it is. No, I can't find Charmeleons. What is it called? Let's see what this thing is actually called. Fluffy marshmallow sweets for snacking. It's not one of my favorite candies, but I should even be eating candy. I've been feeling happy and depressed lately. I've been feeling happy and depressed. So this is marshmallows. I'm going to just leave it at that. So basically, I've been bad. I don't even want to talk about it. I've been so bad. It's not good. It's not good. It's not good. Driving is a challenge. Why is driving? Sandy says Sardinia is lovely. Is lovely. So what have we decided about Iran? Do we think Britain is doing the right thing? Do we think it's going to lead to something horrible? Alex is eating Toblerone. Yeah, and let me tell you something, Janet. That's what's great about marshmallows. Hot chocolate and marshmallows. But how many grams of carbs does even a hot chocolate have? And then you put marshmallows on top. I mean, I used to love marshmallows because you used to take it and stick it on a stick and put it over a fire and burn it, and it was just, or brown it. And it was just so good. But hello, beautiful, beautiful Janet. Hello. Why on earth are you buying Haribos in Temu? Is that what this is? I was just looking at the Temu packages. Is that what that is? Or get the Temu app. Oh my God, they're selling everything. They are our enemy. Nothing personal, but they're an enemy of the British people, possibly. I didn't buy it there. I went into a shop and I had to buy something and I didn't know what to buy. I mean, I'm also a spendaholic. If I pass by a shop, I have to go in and buy something, and I usually buy food. Is Haribo a thing? What does Haribo stand for? Does anybody know what Haribo stands for? What does Haribo stand for? What do you think it stands for, people? It was founded in 1920 and it's still in business. Later invented the world's first gummy bear. Tanzbar was what it was called. The Hans stands for Hans Riegel, and the R stands for Hans Riegel, and Bonn stands for Haribo stands for Bonn, is where the headquarters of the thing is. And that's you want to see this? Yes, read this yourself. You can read that yourself. You can read that yourself. The name Haribo, according to Kermit, and here's Kermit coming in with the information. Is a symbolic abbreviation formed from Hans Riegel Bonn, 1920, German company. Sardinia is very underpopulated. It suffers from the same problem as Italy, depopulation and an economic collapse. Yeah. We have an economic collapse. Good times. I don't know what it is, but it's probably good times. It's good times. And they think by letting in our enemy into this country, it's going to help the country. You know, that's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. Claire says, Claire says, what did Andy say? UK would if we got rid of gay Stalin. It's not just him. It's the whole leftist regime. And Claire, without an eye, says, oh, if only. Hard to believe what a shower this government is. I guess that means it's bad, right? I bought a giant COC from Temu. It was a disappointment. I could believe it. I could imagine it being this small. You used to be able to buy condoms on Temu. I don't know. I don't know how Temu is, where it is, how it is. I don't understand the Chinese way of doing business. Basically, I don't know where is the Chinese way. Hot chocolate, says Claire, with an E, is utterly delicious. Not had any for a couple of decades. Yeah, I've had bits and pieces of it, but I got to remember that it's just basically, it's sugar. It's milky sugar with chocolate flavor. Andy is up there, up here. We are armed. Well, let's hope so. Haribo is Spanish, I believe. No, it says German. Or maybe it was made in Spain. I don't know what it is now. You want me to go look? I bought a tiny violin from Temu. Laugh out loud, 14 inches long. What is a joke? You know, when somebody starts complaining about something, you play your little violin. Them. That's what Blazing Star says. That's what Blazing Star says. 1925 licorice pie. Doesn't say what they did. After Sons, they were in captivity. They took over management. Let's see what's going on. Maom is also a Haribo stuff. Maom, Haribo Charmeleons, formerly Dulcia. It operated 16 factories, which produce over 100 million gummy bears per day. That's a lot of gummy bears. That's a lot of gummy bears. There's 7,000 people working for it in Germany and 10 more in other European countries. Haribo products were distributed to more than 100 countries. Illegal price fixing. They're relocating the company headquarters with its 1,300 employees because expansion is no longer possible there. The Rhineland Palatinate town of Gelsdorf and its north neighboring town was discussed new locations. I don't know what that is. Look at all this stuff. This is Can you see? This is what you should. This is how we're learning. We're learning about all this stuff. We are learning. Yeah, what do you think about Iran? And you're talking about Haribo. Okay, well, tell me about. I'd rather talk about Iran than Haribo. But Haribo is interesting. It's a fantasy food for me, Janet. It's not about Iran. It's about the oil and the money. Trump could care less about the Iranian people. You have to remember, ICU, that Iran has been causing trouble for America, and everybody still remembers what they did to America in when they brought back when they made an Islamic Republic. Very bad stuff. So it's not about oil and money. It isn't necessarily about that. It's about Donald Trump. He's been sitting there. I know exactly what he's thinking. He's like me. He was sitting there thinking, now I can do all the things I've wanted to do all the years. All the things. Try your earlier post again, Vatanai. Let me see. Did I miss it? Uh-oh. I was not on live chat. I was not. I read about a prediction about U.S. attacking Iran and causing China and Russia to threaten a response. It suggested that the chaos will allow more authoritarian government, planned by Team World. So you were, yeah, possibly it's that. But, well, yeah, I don't know. You don't know. Who knows? I don't understand. Thank you very much, Claire. The UAE and Qatar have had the most incoming missiles today. I mean, isn't Qatar friends with Iran? Why do they have the most missiles? Maybe that's as far as those missiles can go. They can't go any further. So it's like the story about the guy looking for his keys on the street. And the cop comes over and says, "What happened? What's the matter?" He says, "I'm looking for my keys for my car." And he says, "Well, your car is over there." Do you know this story, everybody? Your car is over there. Why are you looking over here under the light when your car is over there? And he says, "Well, I can't see over there, but I can see here." And maybe that's what Iran is doing. They got missiles that only go a couple hundred miles. Well, let's blow up Qatar because they have U.S. bases. Yeah, well, yeah. Should we allow THC gummies in the UK? Claire Warren asks. I mean, I'm a libertarian. Let people do what they want to do. It's just one more excuse for them to suppress people. They have not had the most. They have not had the most. Just their air defenses suck. COC. What does COC mean? Suck. Oh, suck. Okay. Hey, everyone. How are you doing today? It's not chaos to sort out a regime like Iran. They have a negative suppression of every country they send people to live. Yes, they do, MJ Tiger Fang. And also they've Hezbollah and Hamas and the Taliban, whatever these countries, they're always promoting their evilness. Trump is sat in his ego bubble. Does he care about the deaths? Americans, Iranians, British? The Iranians killed 40,000 of their own people. Those are the deaths. Do they care about the deaths from missiles in Israel? Yes, they do care. They do care. I mean, not that Trump cares. It's a political thing. I mean, America's not attacking Korea. It can because it's got nuclear weapons. So this is what Trump is doing. We want to be able to attack. We should legalize the gummies and ban the smoking of marijuana. It's the smell coming into the non-smokers' flats. That's the problem, says Warmellian. Yeah, could be. Why are we talking about this thing? You see Zara Sultana now saying that Iran has the right to defend itself while screaming when Israel defended itself. Yeah, Yeah, because this country's been taken over by Islam, not taken over, but Islamicists. Rupert Lowe has just announced a new policy free. Is that a joke? I'm not going to read that. I think our governments have been aiding the Iranian regime over time, too, by allowing them to do it, and also to allow that here. The strong, free countries will always be despised, unfortunately. The strong, free countries will always be. That's what Nietzsche said. You hate someone who's better than you or stronger than you. Warmelion's talking about Zara Sultana. Let's see what he has to say. Warmelion, he said Zara Sultana should go live in Iran or any other country that's Muslim. She doesn't belong here, and her loyalties are obvious. Yes, Iran is a threat to the world, and it's really bad for their own people. Really bad for their own people. Hey, have you heard the problem that Iraq is causing in the world? Oh, you haven't? Why haven't you? That's a political joke. Tiger Fang saying exactly, but why now? Because it's a flipping game. It's a bit of a game. Remember that Donald Trump does not want to be taken out by his military. And the American military is very strong. And if you give the military a war, they're happier. They're much happier, and we're giving them a war here. If you love Gervais, watch his mustache man Nietzsche joke. Is that true? I have not seen that. Iran is not a threat to the world, Lewis. It's not a threat. Hezbollah, Hamas is not a threat to the world. Do you know they're killing people all over the world? Claire is asking, girl from Mars, have you tried CBD ethics online? My daughter rates them. And Andy says, wake up, Rubes. Iran is a total evil threat. Evil threat. You either deal with them now. I'm against war myself. I'm a coward. I wish humans wouldn't kill each other. Well, that's very girly of you. That's really girly of you and lovey. But people do that. They do that. They haven't had a free election in Iran. And the people don't want the government there. Very similar to Britain. Iran's Muslim contingent are only 30% of the population. Stop talking all with the same brush. Yes, but the Iran Muslim contingent are in control of the other 70% of the population. So I'm not against Iran. I'm against the Iranian Muslims. Because the enemies of a free, strong countries where people have rights are also from within. Leaders only believe in control, and free people control with their ideas, says MJ Tigerfang. You're probably right about that. I don't even know what it means, but you're right. Yes, I kind of like trying to have a life, says Claire without an eye. I don't know. What are you saying, Andrew Rubin? Say what you're saying. Kind of like Gordon and Denton. Yeah, if Gordon and Denton took control of the country, we'd be messed, and they are taking control of the country. When the Muslims cheated, yeah. I don't know if it's cheating when you let somebody cheat, when you say it's okay to do that. It's not exactly cheating, but it is. I guess it is cheating. I guess it is. It is cheating. I don't know what you're talking about here. Yeah, I remember when we had Haribo candies in America in the 1980s, 77 and 1979. Remember they came. I didn't have them as a kid. Haribo's makes children happy, and adults as well. That's the slogan. Be a kid or a grown-up. Be happy with Caribou. Be a kid or a grown-up. I mean, it's very interesting, really. Well, they have a revenue of about $2 billion with 7,000 employees in 1918. Founded 105 years ago. Look at how big I am. Am I too big? Is my face too big? Would it be better if I was smaller? Do you think? I don't know. I'm not in the. Should it be on the other side? The stream. Andy says, "God bless America." Hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second. Yeah. Hey, Maltese Phil is here. Hello, Maltese and Phil. Lewis, have you seen any vids of Jim Carrey recently? He looks, acts, and speaks so different. I just saw him. He looks like he's been on Ozempic. He looks very skinny. He looks really, really skinny. God bless America. Janet says, God bless America. Maltese says, God bless America. I mean, somebody's got to do it. Somebody's got to do this thing. I'm afraid to say, what, I was going to say something as a joke, but you might not consider it a joke. What's going to happen when Keir Starmer declares the democracy over? I mean, he'll never do that. He'll always say there's democracy, even as he's stopping all the elections. Let's say that happens and it goes on for another 40 years. You're going to want America to come in and help you. Mossad have the best intelligence. Well, they pretty good intelligence until October 7th of 2023. That's 2.5 years ago, basically. So John Van Damme, what do you think about Jim Carrey? He looks and acts. I mean, he was always a bit odd. He's a comedian, and comedians are a bit odd. That was a cheap shot. I'm not saying that. Why is that a cheap shot? You don't think that this country could fall into a dictatorship? I think it is almost in one now. And, I mean, what is stopping those guys from doing what they need to do? What they think they need to do? What was a cheap shot, Lewis? I just posted that Keir had just said the UK planes are in the sky above the Middle East. Yeah, he did, but what are they doing there above in the sky? Are they bombing anybody? What are they doing? Where did you post that, Joe Warrior Princess? Oh, there it is. Hi, guys. I am here. Okay, sorry, I didn't see that. Just news obsessed today. Apparently, Keir Starmer has confirmed that UK planes are in the sky in the Middle East. Well, what the F are they doing in the sky in the Middle East? Are they landing anywhere? Where have they come from? Where are they based? It's a good question. Sorry about that, Joe. I didn't do that deliberately. Rosemary Connolly said Haribo have 0 calories, so I used to eat loads of them. I bet there are some that have 0 calories if they've got the horrible toxic fake sugars. Possibly. Oh my God, Chartel is here. Hello, Chartel, with the rose, with the heart, with the waving. Hello. What is he doing? UK air presence in Iran. What are they doing? Are they dropping bombs? Or are they just flying around up there? Are they landing and picking up people? They are taking surveillance photos for damage assessment. Maybe that's what they're doing. They're helping out America that way while pretending they're not involved. while pretending they are involved. That Keir Starmer is like all pretense. Thank you, Chartel. I think you tell me, do I look good? If you think I look good, then I'm doing good. Jack D with Coke. Okay. Royal Air Force Typhoons involved now. Well, what are they doing? Do we know? Anybody know? It's just breaking news. So as soon as you know more, say you know more. They're, let's find out. MJ Tiger, thanks. Saying my suspicion is that Starmer and company are oil country bought. Okay, these Middle East countries have it in abundance, so they are pandering. Remember, it suits. Remember his suits from all. He sold his country out, Blair too. It's interesting you say that. I don't think Starmer has a country. I think he's a globalist. He doesn't have a country, no borders, and all that shit. The UK is trying to rescue the Islamicists. Could be. It's an Islamist regime. That's the trade-off. Is that what's his name has said we better be super nice to the Islamicists, or they're not going to vote for us. That's what Keir Starmer learned from Denton and whatever it is, whatever that race is. We had the best Air Force when I was in it, Andy says. I would say that one time that was true, that the British airplanes were some of the best airplanes in the world. The engines were the best. The Lancaster bombers were the best back in the day. And maybe America did that, just wanted to destroy it, Andy. Now the Raptor is the best. Well, the Raptor is not an American plane. Another get-out-of-jail card for Starmer. What a jammy bastard. Why do you say that, Alex? Khamenei reported dead also. I heard that, Chartel. The Khamenei is reported dead. Remember, those people are fighting for their lives. They're fighting for their lives. Everybody, like the stream. Subscribe, please. Like and subscribe. If your name has changed, like the stream and subscribe to the stream. And all the support, if you want to give support, all the support you give is important. It's important. Okay, Starmer has his best burqa on. Yeah, he wants the Muslim vote. He wants the Muslim vote. And a lot of people are voting to support the Muslims. Okay, because they hate this country and they hate the Jews. And they're globalists. They're communists. But the people who are not communists don't support Starmer because all attention moves away from Starmer's disasters. That's what it does. People aren't talking about what a disaster Starmer is with this thing, Alex. I see you. This is Claire with no I. I think it's more fishnets and high heels. Hold on. Starmer has had his best burqa on. No, yeah, Starmer has had his best burqa on. I see you wrote and then Claire says, I think it's more fishnets and high heels. I can't get through my dear friends in Iran. Yeah, it's a war going on. It's horrible. I had a friend of mine who worked in the World Trade Center. And I thought he had died in the world, but he didn't. I will like the stream if you sing. I'd like to teach the world to sing in perfect harmony. I'd like to buy the world a Coke and keep it company. That's the song I sing. It's the real thing. Okay, Lewis, are you on tonight with the fridge? I think I might be. I don't know. I think I might be. I don't have any plans. I've stopped having plans. I stopped going out. It's all been horrible. How you feeling? What is that? Are you feeling better?
My arm is broken. What do you think? My apologies.
Is your arm broken?
I think so, yeah.
So what kind of surgery are they doing? My son Carnegie is here. What kind of shirt? I'd have him bring in, but he's not wearing. I'd have him sit down here, but he's not wearing a shirt. What kind of surgery are they doing?
We're just gonna like put some metal.
Why don't you ask them what surgery you're doing?
I don't much care to be honest.
I think you should care. It's the NHS. They can mess things up quite royalty.
But they can also get it right pretty well.
No, they're good with this thing. I'm not worried about this thing.
Pessimistic. Jesus.
Yeah, because I've lived it.
because you've shared.
I've been here for 26 years. How long have you been here?
And yet, in those 26 years, no one's cared. No one's cared.
They do care.
No one cares.
You know what you can do? You can straighten up your room a little bit. Yeah. You could, yeah, while you're feeling all right, you could clean up your room.
All right.
And stop smoking cigarettes. That's a
I'm
cigarette.
ill.
You're not ill. Why are you ill all the time? You're not. You're gonna get effing cancer. You're gonna get effing cancer. I've already got one friend who had cancer. You're gonna get cancer if you smoke cigarettes. And you have a bad diet. Okay. Americans effectively dismantled European military industry so the globalists would buy American planes. Yeah, we wanted it both ways, and yes, very bad. Very, very bad. But then again, you should have fought for yourselves. But you thought to yourself, well, we don't need to buy any planes because we're going to get it from America. And America says, we don't have to make any cars because we're going to get it from China or whatever, or Germany, or from you guys. And we were wrong about that. Proof is us weakening our defenses and allowing Islamists to suppress our culture and religion. Our human rights don't seem to matter. Not seem to matter, they don't matter. They don't matter. And you stopped having children. We need to have more children. I've been texting and calling my friends in Iran. I can't get through. This is what Chartel says. I mean, it's stressful. It's very stressful. Mom, I'm in tears. Have been all day. Not heard from them. I guess it's your mom is there? Not heard from them since yesterday. Okay, let's pray for our friends in Iran. Dear God, please keep our family and friends in Iran safe. Keep them safe. Dear God, give them the strength to fight off the Islamic terrorist regime, occupying regime. Amen. Do you seriously believe any vote matters? It's pathetic. Girl from Mars asked. Well, you don't think it matters. The winner is already chosen. Your vote means nothing. That could be true, but it's also we as a people will never be defeated. The people united will never be defeated. We haven't fought against the globalist powers in this country. Starmer is a traitor sausage jockey, says Julian. Good to see you, Julian. Good to see you, Julian. Yeah. Yeah. Chartel says he's not in the room, but I'll say hello from you, Chartel. Titanium pins. Yeah, probably that's what he's going to need in his elbow is titanium pills. I get first dibs on signing Carnegie's cast. Yeah, he asked me to sign it. I said no. I said, what are we, like teenagers? Should I have signed it? I don't know. Nicotine is good for cognitive function. Yeah, could be. Could be that. I really feel for you. Will you be back on here later? I'll be more focused than now, hopefully. Chartel, are you going to be on here later if Chartel comes back? I care, Carnegie. I know you care because he's good looking. He's good looking. Do you care about me? No, I'm old and ugly, but he's young and good looking. Chartel. That's what it's all about. Claire without an eye says to Girl from Mars, you're so right. It took me 52 years to realize that. What did he realize? What did you realize? Claire. I lost the thread there. Anyway, the U.S. must always defend Europe. You guys owe us for giving birth to you. No, we do not. Would Americans turn their backs on their continents, Mom? Yes, we would, Marmot. Yes, we would. And you're not our country anymore. You're an Islamic ummah. So, how, I mean, we might defend the white people, but even then, there's a lot of prejudice against white people in America, too. The whole country's turning against white people. Evening, Mary says, this is Mary. This is Mary Ann from Kent, right? Evening told my grandsons to become conchies. What does conchies mean? Does that mean like conscientious objectors? What does that mean? Chartel will try to be here later. Okay. People are right to suspect these wars be fought on false premise to bring more refugees in too. You are right, Lewis, when you said they are trying to replace us. Afghan refugees were bumped up that time. Yeah, they want to replace us because we need to fight. I think I don't know whether I'm going to fight, but the EU has been caught with their underpants down around their ankles. Now they realize the U.S. may not save them. They can't revive the heavy industry that has been destroyed by green policies by the globalists. They've wanted those factories by free trade. That's a very British concept, is free trade. And I support Donald Trump. Donald Trump believes, whoa, look at this. How about that? That's good. It's free trade policies has destroyed the industry of this country. This country used to make stuff. America used to make stuff. And Donald Trump is bringing it back home. Things don't last forever. The USA is just a teenager compared to Great Britain. We just have to allow them a tantrum every now and then. The truth is you're not a teenager. You're not, teenager compared to Great Britain. Andrew, Great Britain is like a desiccated old grandmother in a nursing home that is basically letting bad people move into her house. Saudi involved now, not just the UK. Just heard this. Of course they were going to be involved because they hate Iran too, I think. They want to meld all the races and they don't care about the consequences. In the interim, basically, they don't because they're globalists and they do believe in races, but they believe that everybody's the same. And you got to fight for yourself. If I am not for myself, and I think Andrew knows this thing, if I'm not for myself, if I'm only for myself, what am I? If I am not for myself, who am I? I think that's the saying. I think that's Hillel. Wanting to change does nothing. I would love a solution. The solution is we've got to fight. That's the solution, girl from Mars. I guess we got to get angry. And one person can't do anything. I can't believe I'm even talking like this. I'm not even a resident. I'm a resident in this country. But I am not a whatchamacallit. I'm not British, but I am. I mean, I guess I am. I got a house. I got kids. I call it a house. A desiccated old person, like an Egyptian mummy, you mean? Yeah, there's a lot of old people who aren't fighting. Lewis, I was in Iran not a few years before the Shah was deposed, a long time ago. Yeah, I can imagine what the country was like. You speak English, that's a start. Yeah, I'm here. I speak English. I believe in Englishness. And when I say English, I mean Scottish and Celtic and Saxon and Jute and Anglo and Irish. I believe in that. I believe in this place. It would take a whole country to stop working, paying taxes all at the same time. Yeah, might have to. I'm not proposing that. All Americans are English, really, when you think about it. What do you mean by that, Andrew Rubin? I've said this. How many times have I said the greatest thing about Britain is that they created America? And America is the most powerful country in the world. And it's basically built on really good English principles and British principles. You know, the Constitution is a British idea. Democracy is a British idea. Freedom is a British idea. And then, you know, it's been lost. It's been lost a bit right now with the king and with, I don't know what I'm saying. We created modernity. Yes, you did. You did create modernity. But modernity is killing this country. We don't need any more modernity. We don't, Andrew Rubin, we don't need the good old Mayflower. Hi, Andy. Yeah, the good old Mayflower. That's just part of it. It's all the ships and the things that came from Britain. The ideas came from Britain. Without the industry of Germany and France, Spain, and Italy, EU cannot afford social programs and pensions. 30 years ago, 7 working people would have supported 1 pension. Now it's down to just above 2, Vatanai. That's true. This country's in a bad way. My friend Doug, I've got 2 friends, Doug and Russ, in America, and Dan. I got a few others, but they're saying the country is in a bad place. There's no money. There's no money. There's so much racism towards white people, says Claire with an I, that we need to save ourselves by fighting back. We have enough strong young white boys. Yeah, we need to fight. I see you, says humans are not nice, especially men. And women are nice. I take that back. I think that's really not nice. It's not that men are not nice. Men protect, and they also have to fight in order to protect. So you be in a world with just women. You want to know what hell is. Hell is a world of only women. Lewis, most Americans came from Ireland to Scotland, turfed out. That's not true. That is not true. That's not true. And the ones that came from Ireland and Scotland were called Scots Irish, which means that they were Protestants, which means that they eventually they were Protestant people. News out, but I'm keeping going. Yeah, tell us what's going on out there. What's the latest news? We have our own correspondence here. Thank you, Joe, for being our correspondent. It's a British republic in another sense, says MJ Tiger. Brits often fought against the monarchy. This one was just fought on foreign soil. Yes. Yeah. People wanted to be free of the tax. The British like today's fighting this government. Yeah, that's what Americans are. You know, the people who are fighting the government, the people who are fighting for Rupert Lowe, and the people who used to fight for Keir Starmer are Americans in this country. Are Americans. Yes, that's true. MJ Tiger Fang. Chartel sends roses and a heart and is waving. Yes, I've been out on multiple screens, 6A, been on multiple screens, Andrew Rubin. We'll try to go through the night. It could get even more interesting. Yeah, well, I remember. I mean, we haven't really been in a war. We haven't been in a war where we've been attacked, except this is a low-level war by the Muslims in this country. There will be no borders in the very near future. In fact, it's already pretty much, says Claire without an eye. Yeah, it's scary. Land clearance, Lewis. It's true. And the famine. Yeah, yes. And people moved from England because of the primogenitor, whatever that is, where they gave all the money to the oldest son, and the other sons were told, get the hell out. Yes, they were English, British people. They weren't just, a lot of them came from England too. It wasn't just Irish people. Okay? The Ponzi scheme of immigrants, that's one of the problems with America, is the English people have not raised that. It's not been cool to say you're an English person. It was cool to say, oh, I'm Italian, or I'm Spanish, or I'm German, but it was not cool to say I'm English. The Ponzi scheme of immigration is a desperate attempt to grow the economy. Vatanai, yes, that's true. I'm going to read that again. The Ponzi scheme of immigration is a desperate attempt to grow the economy. Team World believe more people, more tax, more rent, more earning. But there is not enough suitable jobs or houses. And the people that they're bringing in are SHIT. And there's too many of them. A little bit might be all right. And they haven't said exactly what they're doing, Vatanai. Have they said what they're doing? They haven't said it. Well done, fellow news correspondent. I will definitely get more interesting. It will definitely get more interesting. Yes, it will. If you want, Chartel, that's what Joe says. Chartel says this, if you want to keep up with the Iran news, agenda-free TV. It's Steve. He is American. He is American. Great TV channel. And he should be live later. Can I tell you something? The answer is no. Don't follow any other American. How many Americans do you need to follow, Chartel? Come on. Come on, Chartel. Just follow me. What's going on here? How am I like losing? I'm losing the stream. I'm losing my face on the stream. Andrew says humanity is going to change after May 1st when Donald J. Trump announces the alien visitation that's coming very soon. Okay. Well, you mean like alien from other planets. Some Americans think it's America who fought a foreign country when in fact it was family v. family and a lot of heartache, and many even wanted reunification under better terms. Yes, they did. There were a lot of they were called loyalists. But at the end of the day, that's going to happen here. People are going to fight. They're going to fight for immigration or against immigration. There's going to be families that are broken in two, fighting Team World, nationalism fighting Team World. So you are right. So Chartel and Joe are like mother-daughter, which is brilliant, I'm bringing people together. This show is bringing people together. My work experience in 1989 was with the border force, Claire says. Okay? You couldn't make that shit up, eh? Okay, well, there you go. What did you learn from that, Lewis? English were not turned off land because they didn't own any. Only the big... Yes, okay, it's true. In Scotland, they had the, the fields and things, and they were forced to the edges, and they got on boats, and they wanted to be replaced. I know that. My children are Scottish and Irish. They're not Irish, but they're Scottish. Yes, but there are lots of English people living in America, of English ancestry, whatever that means. American comedian. You have enough with me. Yes, I'm an American comedian. I'm an American band. I take it to the time. I take your body down. I'm an American band. You're getting the string. You're getting the chat. You're getting the swing of keeping up with the chat, Lewis. I'm impressed. Yeah, I'm getting better at this. And I think these streams are getting. I hope they're getting. I don't know if they're getting more interesting, but they're getting less stressful. Basically, are they less stressful? Thank you. I see you. I learned that borders could be useful. They are useful. I've got locks on my door here. That's a border of my home. Ruben, he reminds me of a Joe from Impractical Jokers. Okay. He's talking about agenda-free TV's voice is a little annoying. Well, do you want me to find the site? You can go there and you can ignore me and I'll be all lonely. Let me see what this stands for. Agenda-free TV on YouTube. Whoops, that's not it. Let's see what it says. Oh, I can't even look at this guy. Oh my God, he looks horrible. What did Chartel say? Hit the like, guys. Yeah, please hit the like, guys. Let me see. Let me watch this. Can you see this?
News, but I hate how every time I try and watch the news, I feel like whatever channel I'm watching is trying to push an agenda on me, is trying to make me believe certain kinds of things. And I don't want an agenda pushed on me when I watch the news. I just want the news.
First of all, can I ask
So that's why I created this channel, Agenda Free TV. We do things a bit differently here. We cover the news without an agenda. We examine a news story from many different viewpoints, not just one.
He's lying.
And we read your comments on the air, no matter what your views, because we're agenda free. So check out the videos. I really think you'll like them.
Who in the world is agenda free? No one is agenda free. They're not agenda free. Let's see when this thing is. Oh my God, he's on like
essential
forever.
Threats to the state of Israel over time. The IDF announces that the IDF and USA Armed Forces, I just said that, okay, the strike targeted dozens of military targets and was carried out as part of a broad, coordinated, and joint operation against the regime. The Iranian regime, Israel says, has not abandoned its plan to destroy Israel in recent months, and despite the severe blow it sustained during Operation Rising Lion, the IDF identified that the regime continued efforts to advance production, fortify, and conceal its nuclear. Oh, is that a, hey, that's an interceptor. Hey, we just saw either interceptors or missiles go up. Look at that. Wow. Maybe that's an interceptor we just saw. I think we just saw an interception over Qatar right now.
I can't look at this guy because he's so ugly. That's interesting. I'll save this. I'm going to save this. Let me see if I can find a place to save this. Passwords, downloads, bookmarks. Bookmarks. Maybe I put it here. Bookmark this tab. Let me just see. Okay. All right, I'll have to check it later.
I think that was an intercept.
Okay, what do you think about that? That's interesting. I agree, Lewis. No such thing as an agenda free. Has 6 badges. He knows there's no such thing as agenda free. Oh, I don't care what side. I don't care. We all have an agenda. It looks like GB News, cheap, whatever it does. Should I? Let's find out, where is he from? Do you know where he's from? Where is Agenda Free TV from? Steve Luckner, he's a Jew. He's a Jew. I don't know where's he from. He was born Harvard University. Harvard Lampoon, Tufts University, graduate career. These are the people who I'm competing against. They're so much better than me. They're absolutely better than me. He's 54 years old. Let's see, is he a Jew? Is he a Jew? I bet he's a Jew. Luckner, that sounds like a Jewish name. Let's see if they say he's a Jew. It doesn't say whether he's a Jew. Master's degree from Tufts. David Mandel on Dave Video Game Explosion. Wrote for Right Side. Launched 2000. He's been around for a long time. We're going to be as big as this. We're going to be as big as this. We are going to be as big as this. Let's see what it says. Is Steve Luckner a Jew? Is Steve Luckner a Jew? Is he Jewish? Let's see. Is he Jewish? Um, it doesn't say. It doesn't say. Coward. Let's see what it says. Is Steve Lookner a Jew? Yeah, he's got an agenda. He's an Israel supporter. He supports Trump. He's like me. He's like me. Is a Jewish name. Yeah, maybe we're going to have the same, maybe Lewis Schaffer will be as famous as this guy. I mean, it's quite possible. Could be as famous as this guy. Okay. What did you think about that? Who is attacking Qatar? And who attacks Saudi Arabia? Is Iran doing the strikes against them? The regime is definitely finished if they are attacking random other countries. Yeah, they are. They are. They're attacking random other countries. They can't attack America, so they're attacking random other countries. Don't get famous. I couldn't stand the ego. Yeah, it'll be bad. I agree with you. It'll be bad if I become famous. You know, I apologize. I see you. I don't want to get famous. It doesn't matter if there's an agenda, providing it is open and we can all tell. Unlike the BBC who pretends to be agenda-free. Exactly right. Of what tonight? I'm always agreeing with you. Yes, I agree with you on that. It's like me. I have an agenda, but you know what my agenda is going to be. I'm turning the volume down now as the Jewish section is normally followed by the shouting section. Okay. Hey, listen, I think that's been our show. I'll see you tonight at 10:30. Well, before you go, let me do a shout out to the top fans. How many top fans do we have? 22. Lorna was here and Mary was here and Hi-Ho Kermit was 20 and Maltese Phil. Thank you, Maltese Phil. Alex was here at 18. MJ Tiger Fang at 17. 16 is Claire Warren. There's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Claire Warren. There's beautiful, beautiful Chartel. Look at this. Look at how pretty these women are. Warmelian. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Janet. Beautiful. Lewis loves Janet. Richard Phillips loves you too. And I love John Van Dam and Blazing Stars at 10 and Andy at 9 and Andrew Rubin at 8. I'm with you. Joe is at 7. Girl from Mars is 6. Elite Elixir Scott is 5. Thank you, Scott. And 4 is Vatanai is at 4. And Claire with an I. Claire with an I is at 3. And here's the top 2. A big round of applause for beautiful, beautiful, beautiful I See You is number 2. And the winner is without an I, but the beautiful, one of the 3 Claires that we've had today. We've had Claire Warren too. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Claire Warren. But this is beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Claire. Beautiful. And then we're going to, everybody write down what the number, you are writing it down, write down so you can win and see how many, what the top number was for today's show. Who knows what the top number was? I think we've got a winner. I'd keep on guessing, everybody. If I don't say you a name to thank you a name, just go, hey, what about me? What am I, chopped liver? Thank me. And then say your name. There's Joe. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Joe. Thank you, Joe, for being here. Thank you, everybody. The winner is at 36 is the top number. And that number was guessed by Chartel. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Chartel. 36. She guessed it more than once. So you are the winner, Chartel. I want to thank you for joining us. This has been the best show we've ever had. It's been the best show. Blazing Star, you've been amazing. Have you been amazing? I'll see you at 10:30 tonight. 10:30 tonight. Because this is a time when there's war. And there's going to be war in Britain too. These things don't tend to stay in one small little area. But don't worry. Don't worry. You'll have Lewis Schaffer to cuddle you. Anyway, thank you, Claire, for being here. Thank you, Chartel. Thank you, Joe. Thank you, MJ Tigerfang. Okay. People are asking Chartel to pick MJ's Tiger Fangs lotto numbers. So there you go. There you go. We will see you soon. Oh, look who's here. Look who's here. Look who's here. Okay, we will see you. We will see you soon. We will see you at 10:30 tonight, everybody. Okay.